Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your television sets. It is a timeout. This is live. This is the Legion of Dynamite. Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Live. Holy crap,
live. This is the Legion of Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen. Do not adjust your television sets. You usually see the tandem, the amazing tandem of Dr. Chris Featherstone and Vince Russo on Monday nights live, but for your viewing pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Wednesday night live edition of the Legion of Dynamite. Yes, it is. Vince Russo, how are you, my man?
I am doing all right, Chris. I was just telling you, man, it's my wife's birthday today, so I'm trying to juggle watching the show, lighting up her birthday cake, coming back here to you to do this show. And, bro, Chris, I swear, bro, listen, man. I turned 60 on January 24th, almost 3 years ago, January 24th. Mm-hmm. And I swore I'm not watching Dynamite anymore, bro. Mm-hmm. And I have not. Mm-hmm. So, bro, from January 24th till today, what year is that, bro? So I'm 62. So, like, bro, it's literally been almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Since I watched an episode of Dynamite, bro.
Wow, man. Wow. Well, for the SK Nation, man, you have broken nearly a 3-year streak, man. So
yes.
Thank you for that very, very much.
Yes.
A bunch of happy birthday messages. So yeah. SK Nation is an utter shock. We got a no way. We got to wait. What? We got to when did this start? We got an excuse me. We got a this is dope. We got a when did you guys start doing this? What? Wow. So a lot of people are very shocked that we are doing this, but hey, man, we're doing it. This actually is for the sake of some scheduling adjustments. Your wife's birthday is today, and my wedding anniversary is next week. So we added another series of for the week for you all for the SK Nation. So we're going to be reviewing Dynamite live, and of course, subscribe to Wrestle Binge.
Bro, can I address Terrence Hill for the 80,000th, millionth, billionth time?
Yeah.
Why does he continue to talk about wrestling when he says he despises the business? Because I get paid to, Terrence.
Yes.
Why do you go to work every day, Terrence? Why do you go to work? Because you get paid to go to work. This is work. I am going to work, bro, and I get paid very nicely from SportsKeeda for the 80 millionth time. And Chris, not only that, have I said one single word about this show yet?
You have not.
Not one word, bro. So how the heck does Terrence know what I'm going to say?
One, he doesn't. And then two, that would be equivalent to saying, oh, my gosh. See, I don't acknowledge people unless they're putting super chats. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Why are you going to work today? I hate that you're going to work. Why are you going to work if you're going to talk about how much you don't like it? Well, people do that every day.
Oh, God, it's so, like, annoying. Like, do you really think I'd be watching this stuff if I wasn't getting paid? Like, really, bro?
You're volunteering your time on your wife's birthday to
yeah, exactly. You know, to watch Dynamite, bro, to watch the build to Sunday's pay-per-view.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, bro. Yeah. Oy vey.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, man. So this is the go home show to their inaugural Wrestle Dream pay-per-view for AEW. So this is the way for them to do it. And in typical Tony Khan fashion, they're throwing matches on spot. Just like they do every single time that a pay-per-view happens, including their biggest pay-per-view of the year, All In. In Wembley, they were just throwing matches for the card, and they're doing this week too. So a lot of matches we saw without build, which is very typical for AEW. We start off with Rey Fenix defeating Jeff Jarrett to retain the AEW International Championship. So lots of heel work done by Jeff Jarrett to really push up Rey Fenix to make him a worthy champion So what do you think about the opener here,
Bro,
man?
I got to tell you, man, I was reading an article today, and Tony Khan, Chris, he's trying to get so over with the marks that he made this statement today and the only reason he's making this statement is to get over with the marks. He basically, he said in an interview, because he's talking about the WWE laying off 30 people. And he's making the statement that I would never lay off 30 people, no matter how tight budgets got or how bad business was. We are a family business. I really, really care about my talent. I would never, ever, ever lay off 30 people because I'm loyal to them. Okay. So I can tell you off the bat, and guys, you are going to be surprised, I think, about my my review here, because there's going to be some positives and there's going to be some negatives. But Chris, I could tell you this off the bat. First of all, bro, he's putting over the fact that he would never fire anybody because he's loyal to his company. Okay, bro, so you're telling me as a talent, well, bro, I guess I could do whatever the heck I want to do. Tony Khan's saying in interviews he's never going to fire me. That's number one. Number two, Tony, and I'm telling you this for your own good, by not cutting the roster, you're hurting your own show. Yeah. Because, Chris, I am telling you, I have not watched this show for almost 3 years. Bro, there are way too many people on this show. You should have half the amount of people on this show. I mean, bro, right off the bat, we got Phoenix and he's with another dude. Then we got Double J. Then we got Karen. Then we got Sanjay. Then we got Lethal. Then we got the big guy. That's 7 people, Chris, off the bat that you are paying. So the reality of the matter is you're trying to get over with the marks and the internet that you're never going to fire anybody, not like, the WWE. Well, first of all, Tony, this is a business. And sometimes in business, you have to cut the fat. But brother, you're killing this show having 1 million people on it, Chris.
Yeah, I agree with you. I've said it before. You're hemorrhaging funds. Because at the end of the day, the Giant hardly ever wrestles. And so he doesn't oftentimes involve himself much, instead of just stands there. So he just stands there, and you're wasting so much money by him just standing there. There were so many times throughout the time that he's been there where he's like T's starting to wrestle and being in angles, but it's not. I mean, he hasn't really been. And it goes back to what I said on the show with Bill Apter, as far as just you're thrusting people out there, you're not really given an opportunity to really build and develop their craft and their character. So it's leading them in a space where you're like, okay, well, I don't really have to do much. If I have to sit here, all I have to do is just stand here and just be a big giant and getting paid, a livable wage. Okay, cool. Sounds good for me.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. But listen, this first match, bro, this was, bro, I'm not going to lie. I still love to see Jeff work because he is such a freaking pro. So, it was just entertaining for me seeing Double J out there.
That's how I felt about, because, I'm old school, man. I'm baby faces and heels all day long, man. And just, when I was watching this show, when I was watching this match, I was like, that's classic Jarrett, man. That's classic Jarrett. And I can respect the heck out of that, because guess what happened? Yes, Ray Phoenix was still very animated, was very colorful in his moves. But because Jarrett was such a good heel, he was forced to tone it down. And that's what I appreciate about this match. I noticed that. I was like, Ray Phoenix is toning a lot of his stuff down, because if he was going against someone else who was super high fly, it would be death defying, and they would have to one up each other's spots to get the crowd response. But what makes a good heel is they're able to control the crowd, but help the baby. And Ray's baby face was helped much more by Jeff Jarrett than it would by someone else who's a flippity flopper.
Absolutely.
Because it really diminishes the focus of the dynamic between the match that is move centric. But because this match was very character centric and Jeff Jarrett was a good heel, this helped Ray Phoenix a lot. I appreciate it.
And I want to say this about Jeff, Chris, because listen, man, I got to tell you this. Whether there's supplements involved or there's not supplements involved, Jeff appeared to be in great shape. Yeah. And here's the reason why I say that, bro. Bro, Jeff would never go out there and embarrass himself ever. And Jeff is not that guy. Bro, we have seen so many guys his age go out there and embarrass himself. Jeff has way too much pride for that, would never allow that to happen. So I just got to say, man, for a guy his age, he appeared to be in great shape.
Indeed. We get a MJF and Adam Cole segment on the boat, and MJF is teasing a turn, and Adam Cole says, I hope you're not doing that. And looks like they're doing more storyline with the tease here. So what have you known about this Adam Cole MJF stuff?
I know they friends and they wrestled a big match and all this, but I will tell you this. For me, this is a huge thumbs up. Because I talk about this every week. WWE is not doing this. And I will say this, bro. They are not doing this out of laziness. It's not money. It's not budget. It's laziness. Bro, what you saw here was tightly produced. They had to spend a lot of time on it on their day off. They had to pay the talent. They had to send a crew. Bro, a lot of planning and time goes into anything that happens outside of the arena. So, Chris, I give this a huge double, triple thumbs up for the fact that they are doing stuff like this and the WWE is not.
So there's two things that I usually put over with AEW. There's not a lot of things I have my thoughts on AEW as a whole, but there's two things that I've put over the past few months that I think is pretty good. I like the backs, and I've said this on other shows. I like the out of ring video stuff with MJF and Adam Cole. I like that. I think it's great. I've mentioned that before. I think that really adds layers to angles all the time. I like that. I like it. There's another thing that I like a lot that we're going to talk about later that I was disappointed about, and we'll talk about that later. But we'll see where this goes. It's like at the end of the day, how far do you stretch this out before someone gets a turn? You know what I mean? That's my biggest thing. Like there's a payoff that's going to happen, but at the end of the day, it's like, okay, how far do we go before the payoff? I'm a fan of stretching things, and I've said that before, but at the same time, give me a little bit more Easter eggs, give me a little bit more, crumbs. You know what I mean? So I can look forward to more other than just having these segments. So that's my thing, and I'm looking forward to. I'm not really looking forward to it, but we'll see. We'll see where this goes. I do think MJF is going to turn. I just can't. I just can't cheer someone that says, the devil has arrived. You know what I mean? Like I can't do that, man. So I hope that he changes his vocabulary there as a babyface. Don Callis, speaking of good heels, this is another thing that I put over there.
Yeah, I do want to say too, bro, because somebody keeps saying this in the chat room. I am well aware that the boat scene was a homage to The Sopranos, bro. Yeah, I got the joke. Yeah. I am well aware of that.
Indeed. Yeah, I do also. There's
somebody in the chat room says I have some mental health issues. As a professional psychologist, and you're on here with me every week, do you see mental health issues with me?
Do I see mental health issues with Vince Russo?
Yes.
I cannot confirm or deny that.
Oh, okay. Because I was looking for a professional opinion for free, bro.
Indeed. No, I can't. I would have to talk to you very, very seriously and personally to diagnose, because I diagnose people every day. Okay. But off the cuff, do I see any glaring mental health problems with Vince Russo?
On the surface.
On the surface, no. And I don't think and I also think that the guy who said that, which I'm not going to put him over because he's not paying, is I don't know if he's qualified to make those judgments. So,
bro, even though he's not paying, can we put over the guy that says this Featherstone dude seems cool AF?
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
can we put him over, bro?
Let's put him over. Yeah, absolutely. Let's put him over.
Yeah, Devin 10K. Devin 10K. Very nice.
Thank you.
Let's get to Don Callis, because, I had a couple of problems. I had a positive for this and a negative for this. Okay. First of all, bro, Don Callis can roll out of bed and cut a promo. Don Callis has been a great promo since I started working with him in freaking 1996. Okay. Yeah. I love the fact, again, bro, they leave the arena. We go to this little gym dojo, whatever it is. However, bro, here's where I did have a problem, Chris. Bro, we got two Japanese wrestlers in there. All I hear about is, Japanese strong style. Bro, these two dudes were hitting each other like sissy Marys. Yeah. And bro, this was a pre-tape. Yeah. So, bro, if I'm producing this, Chris, and I'm watching this and I'm like, bro, this is not stiff enough, man. I'm making you do it over.
Yeah.
So, to me, bro, you went through all the trouble of a setup. It was a good setup. You took us out of the arena again, but the action was soft, bro.
That's a fair point, because there's a bunch of different angles that you can do with pre-tapes too to make it seem like very, very hard hitting and aggressive. So yes. And that kettlebell shot was very very soft. As someone who works with kettlebells a lot, you can knock someone out. You could kill someone with kettlebell, but just kind of
yeah.
He looked a bit weak there.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, man, I like Don Callis. I think that he's an amazing heel. I'm a fan of his work, and I think that he has the ability to make someone like a Kenosha Takeshita relevant as a heel, and I'm cool with it. I like it. Sammy Guevara, yeah. I mean, when he was a heel before, it worked. But this, Chris Jericho held me down type stuff. I mean, like, those hold me down turns, those are really hit or miss, and a lot of times they miss, so it's just like I don't buy the hold me down turn.
God, bro, I don't know what it is about Sammy. And bro, I did work with Sammy, one time, and I had no issues, no problems whatsoever. I don't know what it is with him, bro, but he's got like the Dominik Mysterio effect with me. Bro, I don't know what it is, but he looks so young. That's the problem I have. Like, with him and Dominik, they just look so young.
Yeah. Guevara's heel turn work. He was such a cocky, arrogant, just P-Rick, you know what I mean? And it's like that was his gimmick, and it worked because people love to hate him. Sammy Guevara. To your point that you made about a week or two ago, Dominik Mysterio has that heat of, I think it's cool as us fans to rally together and put each other over in another way outside of singing people's song. Let's put ourselves over again by booing Dominik.
And I want to make one thing perfectly clear. When Callis was cutting his promo, bro, he was getting as much heat as Dominik gets. The difference was, bro, and you could see these. I'm telling you guys, watch the two shows back to back. They weren't lowering Callis's mic.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So even though everybody was booing when Callis was talking, we could hear him. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. You get suckered in for stuff and you don't understand the trick. Go watch those segments back to back because, bro, they were booing loudly while Callis was cutting his promo.
Yeah, he gets a ton of heat.
Yeah.
We also have the post-collision video of Ricky Starks and with Big Bill and Wheeler Yuta comes and interrupts, and that sets up a match between them at the pay-per-view this coming weekend.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, the BCC, the Blackpool Comeback Club, there were baby faces when there were heels, and then there were baby faces, and then they turned again, and now they're still heels, but Bryan Danielson is kind of a face now. Starks is a heel. Yuta was getting jeered, and now he's going for Starks, and now that's a pay-per-view match. Again, stuff like this with no story is just a big bundle of confusion, man.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Nick Jackson wins a three-way match for the number one contender for the AEW International Championship. Thoughts on that?
Bro, listen, any match I was 2, 4, 6 times through. Like I have I got no interest in their long, drawn out, crazy spot matches, bro. All I look for is the finish. I'm just being honest, bro. I'm not gonna sit there through these matches.
Yeah, we have the Righteous cutting a video promo for their upcoming match against. Well, it's supposed to be MJF and Adam Cole, but that sets up the next segment, which was Adam Cole saying that he's out, he's going to have the surgery, and he had a freak accident that he jumped off both people, like CM Punk jumped off the stage and was out for a while with an ankle injury because he jumped because for a while when he came back initially, he would jump into the crowd. And he jacked up his ankle there and was out for months. Now, Adam Cole, in attempt to help MJF, now he's injured too.
But yet, even with an undefeated record, Dr. Chris, outside of a little concussion, I never hurt myself. I just want to mention it.
You did. You did not hurt yourself, and you are the Hall of Fame killer.
Thank you. I want to say this too. I gotta say this. And listen, I like MJF. I'm a fan of MJF. He's a Long Island boy, bro. But bro, between MJF and Don Callis, guys, easy with the spray tan. I mean, Mike, I'm like, bro, easy with the spray tan. But Chris, this is exactly what I'm talking about, bro, because we have they got a promo in the ring. Fine. Roderick Strong comes out with two people. Then Jay White comes out with 2 people. Bro, oh my God.
With 3 people. He was out with 3
people.
Bro,
the budget and the money he's paying for the talent on this show and not using them, Chris.
Yeah. Well, Bullet Club Gold is a faction with Jay White's people. They're utilized. But at the same time, you have someone like a Big Bill, like William Morrissey.
Yeah.
He's like, I like him, but he's barely utilized and he loses just about every match. So it's like, loses just about every match. They're trying to throw him in different spots. I think he was with Stokey Hathaway for a second, and then he was someone's heavy. I forgot even what it was before. And now he's Ricky Starks is heavy, and they're just throwing him in different spots without him even winning. So he's not even helping people's stock because he's just losing all the time for someone who's a 7-foot giant. It just doesn't make sense to me, man.
Bro, I say this all the time. It's so hard to when it comes to Tony Khan, it's so hard because you and I will sit here, Chris, and as guys that earn a living and guys that are not by any way rich, the first thing we'll say is what a waste of money.
But again, bro, when you're a billionaire and literally money has no value, it doesn't matter. You'll continue to pay all these guys and put them on your television show, and what you're paying them just doesn't matter.
Here's my question to you with that, Vince. So when does Shad peek his head into the product and the financial, meetings and all this stuff, and starts to say stuff to his son about hemorrhaging funds? When does he peek his head in?
I would say, Chris, only if there really started to be a significant loss. Okay. Like I think he would continue to let his son do business at a loss because he loves it so much. But I think if there were a significant loss, then, because I get the feeling Shad's all about business.
Sure.
I really, So I think if it was a significant loss, then he would say, okay, what are we doing here?
Interesting. Okay. So here's my question to you as far as TNA. So Panda owned TNA for a while, right? Before Anthem took over, and then Corgan took over after that, I believe. So how often was Panda involved in the going ons of
more and more and more and more as the company was not making money?
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like Chris, bro, I am telling you, Chris, when Dixie's mom got involved, bro, we were given a budget for the show.
Okay.
Like, here's what the guys make. You guys are allowed to spend this amount of money on the show. And I'll never forget one time, Janice Carter, called me on the phone. And she basically said to me, Vince, can you write a show without Sting? She wanted to cut Sting out of the show because of payroll. And I said, Janice, I can write a show without anybody. Like you give me a talent roster, I will write a show with who's ever on the roster. But yeah, Chris, that's how strict it got, where we were given a budget, a talent budget of what we could spend on every show.
Interesting. Because I'm kind of getting those kind of vibes, like it doesn't seem like it's going to happen anytime in the near future, but if they continue to hemorrhage all these funds with all these people in this payroll and this theory of I'm not going to release people, and you're having dozens upon dozens of people sit on their butts every week making money, I'm wondering, like, when is Shad going to peek in and be like, you're going to have to kind of come back on that I'm not going to fire people statement.
Bro, I could not believe there was an article today that I read about Tony Khan, and it was an interview. So there were quotes from Tony. And he's talking about like how, the entertainment industry is not loyal and he thinks they should be more loyal. Bro, he actually made the statement in this interview the statement he made was, he has such a loyalty towards TNT and TBS that when the rights contract comes up at the end of 2004, he'd even be willing to sell them the rights for less amount of money. And I'm brother, what is wrong with you, bro? Why in God's name would you say that? So now immediately TBS and TNT, okay, bro, we're going to start less.
Exactly.
Why would you make a statement like that, Chris?
Yeah, man. And he's a billionaire. So it's like, clearly from a business end, he's doing well. But I think, Vince, this is such a pet project for him that he's just living his dream as a child. Yeah. As a child Mark.
Yeah.
Business acumen, business resume, business portfolio out the door when it comes to this. Because he's such a mark for the business. He's not applying his billion-dollar business acumen toward AEW for sure. So,
bro, I had to negotiate a price with somebody the other day, and I swear to me, bro, they said to me something like this. Well, and I'm just throwing the numbers at you, but they said, well, we would take $50,000, but we would go as low as 30. So I'm like, so what do you think I'm going to say? Oh no, I'll pay the 50. I'm like, bro, why would you even bring up the 50? Just say we'll go as low as 30.
Yeah.
But for him to publicly say, keep the relationship going, I'll take less. Bro, that's got to tell me there's more there than meets the eye.
Sure.
Either they're telling him, bro, we're not so sure we're going to renew this come 2024. And he's saying, oh, no, bro, I'll take less. I'll take less. Because, bro, if that's not the case and he's making a statement like that, this guy does not understand business at all.
He needs his PR rep to, come in between that. We have the JR after the Better Than You Baby in-ring promo segment. Jay White interrupts. And then we have JR having to sit down with Christian and Darby Allin setting up for their 2 out of 3 falls match coming up.
I'm gonna tie this in with the end segment because, bro, again, compared to the WWE, another thumbs up that the talent has the freedom to cut a promo. They clearly did it here. This stuff was not scripted for, I don't think, any of these three. And definitely when you got to the end with Paige and Strickland, bro, they're cutting their own promos, and it is night and day from the 101 WWE promos, bro. So I give them all the credit in the world for that.
Yeah, it calls you to have to work on getting better at it,
Yes.
And I think Christian is a fantastic promo cutter. I've said this on a previous show this week. Christian, it's amazing how Christian can revive himself being in the business for nearly 30 years at this point, and being able to still be one of the biggest heels in 2023, man. I can respect the heck out of that, man. So he's really good. Orange Cassidy wins a 4-way against Matt Jackson, Austin Gunn, and Penta. I don't know what the point of this. Oh, okay. I think it's supposed to be a 4-way tag match for the pay-per-view. So I think they were doing singles match, like kind of showcase thing. So there you go.
Yeah, you can ask me what I think.
What do you think, Vince?
That shit that he does, I mean, with the hands in the pants, I mean, that is great stuff.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Chris. What's
Julia Hart defeating Willow Nightingale. She had a win to set her up. She's going for the TBS championship against Chris Statlander.
She's got a good look. That Julia Hart definitely has a good look.
She does. I like Chris Statlander though, man. I think she's a really good baby face. I like her. Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page does a contract signing to close the show.
Yeah, like I said, bro, I like the freedom of the promo. I like that. That's refreshing to me. I like that, bro. I had a pop here though, bro, because Swerve Strickland needs to do his homework. Okay, because Chris, do you know, bro? Seriously, if it was not my wife's birthday today, I wanted to go to this show. Yes, and I would have went, Chris. I swear. The only thing that stopped me going was my wife's birthday today. But I got to tell you, Strickland's got to do his homework, bro, because he's burying Russell Wilson.
Yes,
bro. Bronco country cannot stand Russell Wilson. Bro,
let's go back your baby face. Huh?
Bro, they are running this guy out of town like every freaking week. So he's trying to bury Russell Wilson to get the pop. And I'm like, bro, you're burying the wrong guy.
The wrong person.
You're burying the wrong guy, man.
Especially when they allow Miami to rack up 70 points.
Oh my God, bro. Man. Yeah, I had a pop because, bro, you listen to Denver talk here, bro. Oh my God, the promos. My God, bro, please.
Yeah. So this is the second thing that actually one of my favorite parts of AEW that didn't happen. I pop every single time that Prince Nana, Swerve Strickland's manager, comes out and dances to his theme song. I think that is so funny. It's so stupid that it's hilarious. He does this like swerve dance. He just, if you're relatively new to AEW or you don't pay attention to it as much, YouTube Prince Nana Swerve Strickland dancing.
I gotta look
and
at
it. Is absolutely hilarious. It's probably my favorite part of AEW. I pop every single time when I look at it. But he was about to start dancing, and so Swerve gets the heat and tells him not to dance. And I said, well played. Well played. Last segment. I don't know if you watched this. I don't know if you saw this before it went off the air. Jay White is getting attacked backstage by like a mob, and like the ringleader is dressed up in MJF's devil mask, and he pie-faced the camera, and it statics out and fades to black, man.
I didn't see it. My thing cut out, bro, because that must have been after 10 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, that's what happened. So there's a bunch of speculation going on about it and saying, who could it be? They don't think it's MJF, and so
Chris, I gotta say, man, I was on Busted Open this morning. I kind of got into it with Dave LaGreca because he made the comment online that the WWE is going to turn Jade Cargill into a megastar. So I had a comment I'm like, Dave, who's turning a Triple H? Vince McMahon, give me a name. And so bro, I woke up this morning, Vince, can you come on Busted Open Radio? So I got on there with Dave. I want to explain something to people, bro, because I am a casual wrestling fan. That is it, bro. I first and foremost am a television viewer. Okay. And we got into the conversation, Chris, of over. What is over? And I explained to him, bro, if you're a wrestling mark watching all these shows, everybody's over. Everybody's over. If you are a casual fan, the people that are over are the people that you will watch on TV. What will make me sit in front of this show? Chris, I swear I can tell you, I'll only go back 5 years. 5 years. Watching this AEW show and watching the WWE as a casual fan, 2 people in 5 years would make me want to watch their segments on TV. And Chris, as soon as their segments are over, I'm watching something else. And bro, those 2 people were Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. Period. That's what I mean by over. When you're talking about, bro, the Jay Whites and the this ones and the that ones, bro, these people are not over.
Yeah.
Casual
outside the bubble standpoint.
Right. Casual wrestling fans are not interested in these people, bro. And I don't know, bro. I don't know why wrestling fans get so insulted by that. That is a fact, bro. The numbers are telling you that every week. That's why you have the same audience. Bro, stars aren't just born, Chris. They're created. And that's the problem across the board, bro. We're not creating larger than life wrestling stars.
I say that all the time. I agree with you 100%, man. That's it. I think at the end of the day, we're losing the entertainment and character building point of pro wrestling, that we came to the dance loving the character part of the wrestling business. We're allowing the minority to be the majority, because at the end of the day, the mother and kids, or the father bringing their kids to the wrestling show, that still happens. At the end of the day, that's still the majority of the crowd. We're letting the inmates, run the asylum in a lot of ways. And because it's growing so much, we're allowing fans to put themselves over, and that be the concentration of pro wrestling as a whole. So now we're saying Jay White's over and all these people's over. And that's the reason why a lot of times, Vince, you have a lot of these heels that don't care about putting the baby over. They're looking for the pop. They're looking for the chant. I saw that with Jay White. Jay White, he kind of at the, started to downplay and get heat, and it was cool. But he was kind of sitting there kind of waiting for the chant. And I'm like, if my point is to get MJF over in this, why in the heck am I waiting for people to chant my name? if there's anything that I won't want a part of this, I won't want people to chant my name, and I'm going to do everything to make people hate me because that's what my job is, man. You got so many people waiting for the chance, and you're the heel, he's the baby, but I do want to feel good about myself, and I do want that chant. That just messes up the whole fabric of professional wrestling, man. So
it
you
does,
see a lot of that in AEW when it comes to matches, man. So.
Yeah.
Well, that is it for the Legion of Dynamite. Let us know, y'all. My my schedule is filled to the brim. And as a doctor and a podcaster, 6 shows a week, and this is 7, and also a college professor. So my schedule is filled to the brim. But if y'all like what y'all saw this week, if y'all were happy about this, let us know at the Vince Russo on X, at Chris Prolific on X. Follow the both of us, and follow SportsKeeda Wrestling on X, and tag us. Let us know what you think about the show, and maybe if the money's right, if the money's right, maybe we'll make this a weekly thing. So
and somebody pointed out, yeah, bro, without a shadow of a doubt, it was fantastic that this was only a 2-hour show.
Yes,
without
indeed.
a shadow 100%. Of a doubt, bro.
Yes, indeed. 100% agree with that. All right. Any other things you want to plug before we head out, my man?
Yeah, no, that's it, guys. I do a bunch of podcasts with a bunch of people in the industry. Just russosbrand.com. Just go there, bro. You'll see everything I offer.
Yeah, don't forget to let them know about the Live Tuesday things that you're doing with Snow.
Yeah, man, every Tuesday, man, if you guys are digging that wrestler show on Netflix, which is phenomenal in my opinion, every Tuesday, bro, we do a live show on my YouTube channel with Al Snow, 8 o'clock Eastern, bro. Just go to my YouTube channel, Vince Russo's Brand.
Indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here is Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris. This is the Legion of Dynamite. Have a good night, everybody. Solo.